Mashed potatoes are my favorite Thanksgiving food, and every year it's my job to prepare them. To begin your mashed potatoes, you first head to the grocery store to gather your materials. As you're scanning the aisles, you begin to wonder, where did all this food come from? Then you consider the hundreds of Americans who shop at this very store every single day. How is this food supplied? Where is it all coming from? When it comes to mashed potatoes, Idaho is the top producing state, taking the honors from Maine, the state where I live, in 1957. Next, you grab some Land O'Lakes butter, manufactured in Arden Hills, Minnesota, and Oakhurst milk, made not more than 25 minutes from home in Portland, Maine. Lastly, you grab some black pepper, made in Vietnam, and some Morton salt, made in one of the 20 production facilities across the US, Canada, and the Bahamas. Now that you have all your materials, it's time to begin making the mashed potatoes. I gather as many potatoes as I want to cook into a strainer so that I can wash them. After the potatoes are washed, it's time to peel. Yourself a cutting board, and it's time to cut your beautifully peeled potatoes so they're ready to boil. Now that your pot is filled with the chopped potatoes, it's time to fill it up with water. With the help of a family member, strain your potatoes. I then put my potatoes back into the pot so I can add the rest of the ingredients and mash. Mash all the ingredients together, and once you're done mashing, your potatoes should be soft and fluffy. I like to leave my mashed potatoes a little bit chunky, but that's your preference. I serve my mashed potatoes to my family. Each of them helped with an aspect of our Thanksgiving dinner. We say grace, and as I take my first bite of mashed potatoes, I begin to think back to the farms, workers, and environment that made it possible for me to have this food here on my table. Growing potatoes enriches soil, breaks up the hard, dense ground, and encourages worms and microorganisms into the soil. Potatoes require less land and water than many other fruits and veggies, and have a lower carbon footprint, Potatoes are considered to be one of the most environmentally friendly vegetables out there. However, the transportation, preparation, and cooking of potatoes creates emissions. That's why it's important to try and buy as much as you can locally. The fertilizers used on potatoes can also be harmful. But on a more positive side, potatoes are also affordable, widely available, and prevalent in many cultures and religions around the world. The versatility of potatoes alone makes them a pretty amazing food, which is why I believe they will always be my favorite part of my Thanksgiving feast.